XRP's legal problems are over. What is going to happen to XRP now? Hi, lovely individuals. Hey there, moneymaker. So if you missed the news yesterday night, it was Friday night, so I don't know. A lot of individuals might have been partying, having get-togethers, or going away. I didn't notice a lot of articles about this, so not many. I didn't see many tweets about this. There weren't many YouTube videos on this. A lot of the XRP YouTubers didn't make videos yesterday night, you know? So, in short, Ripple is dropping the cross-appeal, and the SEC is likely to dismiss its appeal as well. Again, individuals were in the comments area. The SEC didn't indicate they were dropping yet, though. They didn't say anything on Friday night. It's fine. But a Ripple wouldn't do this unless they got word from the SEC that they were also abandoning their appeal. This is the last time we'll talk about this. Now we need to focus on what's most important: establishing the Internet of Value locked in. Is that right? That happened yesterday night. And at first, the price of XRP went up a little bit. When we talked last night, we were in this area for XRP. XRP is now worth $2.18, which is a 2% increase. But XRP was about here, and we were fine with that. What's going on? Are people not, did they not get the information? XRP did go up a little higher by roughly 2%. If we look at how XRP's price has changed, we can see that it is practically back to where it was before Judge Torres said no to Ripple and the SEC's motion to throw out her injunction. Okay, XRP basically dropped down a few percent and then back up the same amount after the announcement. Is that right? It dropped by around 5% and then bounced back up by 6%. In short, we're in the same place we were on Wednesday. Sure? And if you remember, I told you, I don't think this is a big deal because I know a little bit more about what's going on here. And I think the sell-off happened because of more algorithms and people who were too impatient. 2 days later, the price is back to where it was. Some people are now asking, why isn't the price going up a lot, like it did when the judge made her first decision, and the price of XRP went up 100%? Keep in mind that it was a significant deal when she said that XRP was not a security for retail. Again, this is more of a Ripple problem. It's not really an XRP problem, which is why it's having an effect on the press price of XRP. But this isn't anything that will completely change the perspective, because a lot of the price movement that happened with XRP going from 50 cents to almost $4 and then back down to $2 was because people were expecting this event to happen, which is when the lawsuit was over. So it was sort of like, buy the rumor, sell the news. We already knew the news, but now we know the price, okay? That's probably why the price isn't going up a lot right now, although it did make up for the losses it had after the judge's verdict. And right now, in the whole market, it's Saturday. I don't have a funny pun for Saturday. I have Freaky Friday if you want it. I have a fantastic day on Sunday. What day is Saturday? Saturday is sunny. Saturday is sunny. Right now, it's quite sunny here. The summer. Bitcoin is still trapped, like if you see. Bitcoin has been locked between $1.06 and $1.07 for the past few days, effectively since Wednesday, when it broke through $1.06. That's it. It's Saturday. So, 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there will be testing of the support level here, and I wouldn't say that the whole crypto market is stagnant. Is that right? But it's just waiting for a move. So the price of XRP is moving with the market. It sold off because of the news, then it came back because of the news, and now it's back in the market action. That looks like what it is. We'll discuss more about why I think the market is stuck right now in just a second. But I want to talk about this first. I want to talk about how this could work, not work, change the existing position with XRP, and what might happen. This tweet is from Fred Rispoli, a lawyer who has been following the Ripple trial for a long time. So, since Ripple was already with the decision less than a day after the Torres verdict, it suggests that it had at least prepared for this to happen, talked about it with the SEC, and made any required agreements for the future. That's right. Nate Garassi also tweeted about a lawyer who has been covering the case. I'm sorry, he is an ETF. There was another one too, and it got mixed up because there was a lawyer with a similar name. But he is talking about now that everything is over, it opens the door for a spot XRP ETF, and for Blackrock to get involved. This is the sexiest thing for Blackrock ETF, right? I don't want to belittle the other ETFs, but Blackrock ETF is really killing it, even with Bitcoin. Isn't that right? And so the truth is that people think, oh what, if you have an ETF, but not a Blackrock ETF? BlackRock didn't think it was worth it to establish an ETF for this. I think it will be a significant deal if BlackRock does give XRP the ETF. People will see it as a leap of confidence from BlackRock onto XRP. And, Larry Fink, the CEO, has claimed before that they were only retaining Bitcoin and Ethereum in their portfolio. But that was before Trump won the election, when the perspective on crypto changed and XRP's court case wasn't finalized yet. The price of XRP wasn't very attractive. It was about 50 cents when he stated such things. It had changed. A lot has occurred since then, and we might hear an announcement in the next few weeks about possible XRP ETFs and maybe even BlackRock becoming involved. And Nate adds that this is the formal start of crypto ETF summer. We'll see if there are any announcements about this and what might happen. I believe that a lot of business will start coming Ripple's way. If there were any corporations that were on the fence about dealing with them because of legal problems, well, now there are no more legal problems, and it should make banks more willing to engage with them. We can see that this is the adjustment from the Fed. Of course, we've seen the change come from the U.S. administration. We saw the move from the Comptroller's office to the Comptroller's office. Not controller, but comptroller. I know the difference because my dad was a comptroller. So, right now, the crypto market has a completely different perspective. So I think we'll see a lot more agreements, maybe even some acquisitions that will have a rippling effect. The next few months are going to be very, very intriguing. But why is the market stuck? Of course, I will never tell you to purchase, sell, or hold. Not advice on money. Always do your own research. Very, very important. Also, keep in mind that I will never ask you to sign up for anything or pay me money through social media. Those people are trying to trick you. Please, please, please be very careful out there. Okay? Very, very important. I don't want anybody falling in these scams. There isn't much price movement right now. Okay? People are hoping for a bigger shift next week because the price is becoming pretty close together. It might happen. A lot of people are talking about this July 4th. First, we have July 4th weekends. So next week, people might be on vacation or taking time off, and kids are already all over the world. People in Canada are already saying they're off. In the US, folks are going to be off. And, yes, folks will be off here too. This week could be pretty quiet as we get closer to July 4th. People are also eager to see what will happen with the trade deals, so a lot of money might be sitting on the sidelines. This could possibly be true. We also have the huge, beautiful bill. Treasury Secretary Besson says we're really close to a deal on the big one,